In May, I asked Sunderland fans what their favourite home, away and third kits were. Hundreds of people responded, and after counting the votes, I made a video revealing the results. I have now done the same again, this time asking people what they think was the worst kit. The same format as last time, I will be revealing what came in third, second and first place in each category. Before we begin, I would like to give a shout out to Grimsby's 92-93 away kit, which actually received a vote because we wore it against them. We begin with the third kits, and in third place we have the 17-18 kit made by Adidas. Grey and orange, I must admit, I like this one. It had a disastrous unveiling. At half-time during a home game against Sheffield United, a brass band emerged wearing the kit and performed. The problem was, we were getting beat, so nobody was in the mood, and most of the crowd were either having a pint or a piss, so no sod saw it anyway. We also never won a game in this shirt. You know what, come to think of it, maybe I don't like this kit. When planning this video, I decided I wouldn't accept any votes for third kits that were just recycled away kits from the previous season, with just one exception being the 18-19 kit, as it had a different sponsor. To be honest, I didn't think this would matter, as I didn't think anyone was going to vote for it, simply because it was so forgettable, I didn't think it would be on anyone's radar. How wrong I was. It's coming in second place. Deservedly so in my opinion, it's just so bland. Even the colour is the dullest shade of sky blue I've ever seen. The club ended up selling an unsponsored version of these shirts for £2.50 to get rid of them. And the worst third kit in the club's history is, oh wow, another Adidas kit. This time it's the 16-17 kit. Previously known as the pink one, it is the most polarising kit that we have ever had. In my previous video, this was actually voted the third best. Now it is also the worst. The club never really shares information on how well kits sell, but considering the club have just released a new away kit in these exact colours, even down to the white sponsors and badge, this must have sold really well. Oh, and whilst we're on the subject of the new away kit, it comes straight in at number 3 in the away kit category. I'll be honest, I'm not sure it's fair for a kit that hasn't even been worn in a competitive game to be included in this, but I can only go off the votes I received. Essentially, it's just the basic night template in pink and purple. This was always going to cause a stir. It remains to be seen if this can win the fans over during the course of the coming season. I hope it does, because I quite like mad kits like this. For number 2, we have to go back nearly 30 years and look at the 94-95 AVET kit. A teal colour with a red collar, it's about as 90s as a kit can look. As with nearly every kit of the time, it was huge and baggy and really unflattering on any poor soul that ever wore it. Funnily enough, the club has never revisited teal, and probably never will. On to the worst away kit of all time, and it's back to our old pals Adidas, who are taking a bit of a beating here. For the 15-16 season, they produced this luminous green kit. 2 different shades of green and a weird neon yellow trim. It's a bit of a mess. The club ended up giving them away at an away trip to Upton Park, which would suggest they didn't sell well at all. Like all of the Dapperbet kits, the sponsor was made of a really poor quality material and was susceptible to peeling. A worthy winner for the title of the worst Sunderland away kit ever made. And now onto home kits. At number 3, we have the 1981-83 Lecoq Sportif kit. Let's just get one thing out of the way here. This isn't a bad football kit. A white shirt with very thin red stripes and red shorts and socks. If this was an away kit, it would have been one of the best kits the club had ever had. It's beautiful, really, really nice. It's just not a Sunderland home kit. Arnold Schwarzenegger was awesome in 80s action movies, but it wouldn't have worked if he was cast as Rodney Trotter. That's kind of what happened here. A great kit cast in the wrong role. Now onto the penultimate kit on the list, and it's the Nike 0204 kit. I have covered this kit over and over again on this channel. The template hampers the stripes, which are an afterthought, and the mesh arse looks terrible. The infants version, however, is a cracking little kit. No red bottom and more stripes. I wish the adults version looked more like this. And now it's time to declare the worst Sunderland home shirt of all time. Let's be honest, we all know the winner here. It's the 17-18 Adidas kit. The 5th Adidas kit on this list goes to show that they didn't always hit the mark with fans with the designs, but they really dropped a bollock with this one. I mean really messed up. Oh, let's do this. We begin with the marketing. The club said it was a throwback to the original red and white striped shirts that the club wore, which it looked nothing of the sort. In reality, this was just Real Sociedad's kit in red and white. Sociedad's version is actually pretty smart, but it just doesn't work in red and white. It looks like a butcher's apron. Then there's the back. This was the first time we had a solid red back on a home shirt, and it looked terrible. Then there's the team that wore it. Quite frankly, the worst squad to ever represent the club. We finished 24th in the bloody championship. So, are there any saving graces for this kit? Well, it did have 2 charity variants. First, the Bradley Lowry Foundation shirt worn against Everton in the Cup. And it looks like someone printed the logo onto a sheet of paper and sticked it on. It also felt like that as well, as they used the cheapest, tackiest transfer ever to do it. This could have been done so much better. In November 2017, in a game against Millwall, the club added an embroidered 4 Bradley patch, which, to be fair, that actually looked pretty cool. The infants version of that is actually a cute little kit. This is the best version of that kit. The standard adult version, though, is absolutely terrible. It's not just the worst home kit, it's the worst Sunderland kit, period. Of 150 votes for the home kits, 90 of them were for this. It's awful in every imaginable way. So there you have it, the worst Sunderland kits of all time. Thanks for voting, thanks for watching, and if you need some respite from these awful kits, check out my video counting down the greatest kits of all time.